Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made. Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in it.
Hey, all gravity, and even in above ground living. Hope you had a fantastic Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Go out and hump something. Boy, we gotta put on the sunglasses for this one. Even though I shouldn't, because he's not that bright. But we're still gonna do it anyway. So, for those who don't know, Joey Swoll, who was a famous, we'll call it uber famous, TikToker, Instagram personality, who would be sent videos of people doing unwritten rules in gyms, and he would call them out. Got a great following out of it, made a lot of money. As you can see here, he's promoting products. Nice little niche. But with every niches, you got to understand that there is a level of responsibility that you're supposed to uphold. There's a standard. Well, we should say standards, but the main standard is if you're going to put up content or you're going to influence, you have to understand the power you have. There's going to be a lot of people that are not up to date on everything. And your job as an influencer, content creator, and yes, there's a separation, we've gone over that, is to make your presence palatable to people. That's for the influence. For a content creator, you're supposed to present them with a topic and make them understand where you're coming from and invite debate. So you heard 3 times Joey Swoll on his live stream when Hogan passed away. And he said what he said. And then they didn't care that he said that. And you know who I'm talking about. They cared because he apologized. Correct. He apologized. An apology, I'll let y'all listen to it, and then we're going to talk about it.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing...
I ain't going to hold you, them eyebrows are wild, boy.
...a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed.
Now, as we are about 13 seconds in, he already started lying. Sir, it wasn't the fact that you put up a picture of yourself in the gym as Hogan. A video, I'm sorry. That's not why people were pissed off. Now, I see this is a little trope that a lot of these weak ass influencers like to do when they get called out. They try to use the subject matter of the controversy and make it seem like that's what everybody was going after them for. Nah.
Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that.
Wrong. Number two, we're not going to, what you tried to do there, Joey, we're not going to lie. That's not why people were upset at you, because you had posted up a live explaining why you did it. Because some people in your comment thread didn't like the fact that you were doing that. So there's a second lie he told.
Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, and made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers.
Bless for y'all, and your parents must have been pissed because they had to keep going back to the store and buying y'all t-shirts. But okay.
I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done.
Lie number 3. Sir, you have a supercomputer in your pocket. When Hogan died, everybody brought his stuff back up. So don't act like you didn't see it. When he went on the first WWE show on Netflix and they booed him out the building, the articles that came out brought what people did not like about him back up. The man got kicked out of the WWE Hall of Fame for 3 years based on what came out on that tape. And it was not because he slept with his ex-best friend's wife. It's what he said. Even him talking to the New Day. The New Day were asked in interviews, what did Hogan say to you? Privately. Because he pulled them aside. And Big E famously said, you know what? I understand where he was coming from, but I can't accept it. It took him years to accept his apology. Okay, fine. For me personally, what pissed me off about Hogan was how he treated the car accident with his son and his friend. Because that man really went on national TV and interview print and made it seem like it was the friend's fault. Even though the friend wasn't driving. Denigrated him, denigrated his family. And this was the same year Chris Benoit took out his family. And that came back up again because he was still in the midst of it. So you've already told 3 lies and we're not even a minute in, but go ahead.
Which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry.
Keep going.
Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, sir. Now, you big and grown. You look like you're in your mid to late 30s. I don't know how old are you. Sir, you went to high school like us. You went to middle school like us. You went to elementary school like us. You went through Black History Month for at least 12 years. You know the negative connotation of the word colored. You're not going to sit up here and lie and say you never saw the picture of the white water fountain and the colored water fountain. You're not going to do that. You understand what this country went through during Jim Crow. You're not going to act like you didn't realize that you said the word colored and you said, oh, I should have said person of color. How do you forget a phrase that people have been using for damn near 20 years and just went straight to colored?
a very outdated a very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and
Oh,
told me,
he's 40? Even better.
which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again.
You already did it, sir. And you did it live. You can't never walk that back.
So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
So there was that. And for those who don't know, he decided to quit social media. I guess we can look, see if his page is still there. Well, the page is still up, so maybe he's not going to put down content. He's just going to step away. Okay. The right always tells us that you should never apologize. Hell, we've even heard the left say it. You got folk over there talking about he should never have apologized. I agree. You should have stood on it. You wanted to say colored, should have stood on it.
After using it.
Now, I think this was the Twitter post he put up where he announced that he was going to take a break from social media. But before we play that, again, you said colored. And you said it with vitriol. You should have stood on it. All right. Let's see what Screech is saying. Go ahead, Dustin Diamond.
A term that dates back to segregation and Jim Crow. Joey Swoll then put out this. He wrote on all of his social platforms, all the good I've done, the people I helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. Hold up. What really gets me is this line right here. You think you're a hero? Post content on social media, man.
This is going to get into the second part of the live later. And why I titled the live the way I did.
You go after people for making a mistake. And then when you make a mistake and the internet comes for you, you quit? He had another step. He'd then play up the, you can't walk a mile in my shoes. The messages I've received are terrible. That's fine, I could handle it. It's not the first time. Blah, blah, blah. I'm furious. So yeah, I lost it and I might be done with social media. So to keep track, he calls for accountability with other people. But then, when he speaks out of pocket, promotes a racist who is on tape saying the N-word multiple times, when he himself even said he hopes to never come back as a black person in another life, and said the person who was hit by Nick Hogan, his son's car, deserved it because that's what God called upon them, yeah, you're going to receive some backlash for promoting and saying you idolized a horrible person. And now that people are calling for accountability from him, he's saying he's done. It is remarkable hypocrisy. And hey, let me just say, as someone who works in the media, do you understand how many threats we get? Do you understand the hate mail that we receive every?
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know who this dude is, so it feel like he just did the same thing Joey Swoll did. I've never heard of this Rick Strom person. But okay, he gets hate. Okay, fine.
Every single day? I have stories upon stories. But you don't see us quitting. You see us showing up every day. After using a term that dates back to...
Okay, so there's that. Here's the problem. And I've seen other people talk about this. They're just focused on what he said. There's something that a lot of them include, maybe I'll even say all of them, that they missed. It's two things, actually. I briefly discussed it at the beginning, but I'll say it here again from the people that didn't hear it. This is a problem when you become a social media personality, an influencer, content creator. You forget the responsibility because you're getting the attention. Joey Swoll's main problem, and knowing now who he is, because I never really rocked with him like that, he got too big too quick. I'll explain it like this. I'm sure he benefited from the post-pandemic rise, even partly from the pandemic, the rise of people wanting information. They wanted to just detach themselves from society based on what was going on at the time. And he found a niche area that nobody else was doing, and he carved out a living for himself. Nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. Beauty of capitalism, beauty of the free market. The problem is he's tried to kiss everybody's ass. The problem was when he started getting up there in followers and likes and opportunities, he never established who he was. I don't care if you're left wing, right wing, you're in the middle. I don't care about that. What I care about is when you have new people coming in, you're supposed to routinely remind them who you are. He never did that. He had a bunch of people who found him, and they started doing the spider web of, you got to watch this person. You got to watch him. He's funny. He does this. She does that. And they neglected their platform for likes and money. And you're always going to run into a problem with that, especially if nobody knows who you are or what you stand for. That's part one. Part two. People like him, they don't know how to handle criticism. I understand when he puts up these videos, there's people going back and forth in there. And because he has such a big following, people are going to ride with him, whatever he says. He doesn't know. He just told us in this saga he does not know how to take criticism. He seems like the person has never been told no. He's no different than Tizzy Entertainment. We're gonna talk tonight. You know, the what I like to call the legal doxer, the plausible deniability doxer. People send him videos of people screwing up. They tag him in there like, hey, we got to find out who this person is. And he's sitting there doxing them with his people. People are even saying that he a racist, allegedly. He's another one that never established who he was. All these accountability actors want to play hall monitor, and they don't know how to process them being pushed into the locker. Because their echo chamber became so big, they drowned out everything else. You couldn't tell them nothing. And a lot of these quote unquote content creators and influencers, that's why I always say they never go live. Because they couldn't stand up to scrutiny watching that thing coming in real time. And Joey just proved it. When you click that live button, you're unfiltered. And we all know who do live streams, you got to stand by what you said. You don't have a chance to just write it and then go listen to it, record it, and then go back and edit it. You don't have that. And he got caught exposing how racist he is. And you can tell he's a racist because, again, when we watched the apology just now, he made it seem like it was lighter than what it was. That's why you see all these people, when Hogan died, they kept saying, why are y'all not giving him a tribute because he just said a word? They're not taking into totality everything. Hogan was a shitty human being. And for those who are trying to tell me that is a separation between him and Terry Bollea, no. He ended that years ago. When the money rolled in, he became that character. There was no more Terry Bollea. The only time he became Terry Bollea was when he had to go to court. If Bill Cosby dies, you gonna give him a tribute? Yes. Yes, I am. And guess what I'm gonna do in that tribute? I'm going to play the highs and I'm gonna play the lows. Yes, I am. And I'm going to stand on what I say. I respect what you did, Bill. But that extra shit you were doing in your personal life, not cool. It tarnished your legacy. You're going to have to meet the maker. You're going to have to explain it to him. That's not being hypocritical, sir. Or ma'am. You just proved what I was just saying. I'm aware of what he did. I ain't here to kiss nobody's ass. That's y'all's problem. The people that y'all like, y'all just skirt over the shit that they do wrong. Y'all are no different than any Christian. That's why everybody was running around saying, oh, he gave his life to God. He went and got baptized. Oh, so that's supposed to just erase what he did. Okay. And you just proved it. Everybody that did a tribute praising Hogan forgot all the shit he said and did. Forgot all that. That's why it's foreign when they start talking and we bring up the fact that car accident, the fact that he sabotaged the wrestlers union, the fact that I don't care that he slept with the dude's wife, but he did that on his wife. The fact that he ended any kind of meaningful relationship with his daughter. We can't excuse that. That was the decisions he made in life, and we have to sit there and we have to reconcile with that. Bill Cosby did great things in his life. He also did shitty things in his life. You watch people all over social media praise R. Kelly for his music, but also say he's a shitty human being for what he did. And for some alleged on what he did. That's what you do to honor somebody. But I figured a lot of y'all don't want to do that because you look at these people like larger than life characters and you forget that they're human. But that's all right. I figured that. Let's see what this is.
I would have never thought that.
Oh, look, this coon again.
His entire platform off of anti-bullying in the gym will be bullied down to his knees with his mouth open to the woke mob. Joey Swoll, never apologize to the woke mob. Play the clip.
Okay.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term.
Nigga, that's not what. So he just skipped over the fact that he said colored. Craig Long the coon. See what I mean? How do you just skip over the fact that he said colored? You gotta love him.
A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately
Who
apologized.
cares? Okay, Craig, let's play that game. Who cares? I dare you to go to the Asian community and call one of them the G word. I dare you. Since they're considered people of color and you're not, go over there and call them the G word. Go ahead. I know WB for the Hispanics don't hit as hard, but go ahead. Go do that. Then go to the Jews and use the K word or the H word. Go use that since they're also considered, I don't even know how the Jews are considered people of color, but that's That's the destination they wanted. Okay, cool. Even though they all over represent themselves as white, but okay, fine. Go over there and call them that. I would love it. Call the South Asians SNs. Go ahead. I would love it. But we know you won't do it.
To everyone that said I would never do that again. So once again,
why is he only focused on black people?
I'm sorry. You know, my whole page.
Thugs. Yeah, and thugs. Thugs, he said it.
Apologize to everyone that said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand.
Yeah, okay, see? See? Okay, Negro. So you one of them that would let a white person say the N-word. And you'd probably laugh. I bet you if I go on this page, he got something about that Cincinnati deal. I bet you.
Is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place, and once again, to everybody, I apologize. Cry more. Clearly, the non-political nice guy role that everybody likes and agrees with stepped into the wrong lane by attributing Hulk Hogan an icon that he looks up to, and he doesn't know how to handle it. This pathetic-ass video sounds just like the ones that the celebrity influencers were putting out in 2020 when they were bowing down, getting on their knees, pumping their fists in solidarity while washing black folks' feet, all for the BLM silicone shaft. The problem is you didn't do anything wrong, Joey. The majority of the woke mob outrage is only looking for power and control and obedience, and you just gave it to them. They can care less about your apology. Joey, eventually you're going to realize that the mistake that was made was you bending to the needs of the liberals, man. Remember, folks, for more mean tweet.
We don't care. Let me look. We don't care. Let's see. There's Hogan. Okay, whatever. I'm actually surprised he didn't say nothing about Cincinnati. That's probably coming, though. There you go. Thomas Swoll. Jesus Christ. Wait, he really put up... Oh, my God. He brought up Joel Patrick. Lord. These niggas, boy. Oh, God.
I would have never thought that someone that...
Shut up. You know what's funny? Let somebody on national media would have used the word cracker when he was talking about white people and see how many of them would have, like, he need to lose his job or her job. Oh, it's the N-word. Get over it. Cracker. Oh, you got to lose your job. Okay. What if they stole my term, chalk Cajun? Chalk people, PC. Shout out to Brother Torian. Redneck. Yeah, Woody Woodpecker. Peckerwood. Imagine if one of them said that. They'd be off faster than Shannon Sharp. And going on a tour. Then they wouldn't be sitting there accepting their apology. This, once again, that Craig Short and Joey Swoll and them think they can police how black people are supposed to feel. But then they ready to go to war when we tell white people get over this shit. Stop being victims. Then they ready to go. Damn. Oh, this dude.
instead of saying person.
Everybody do the Joey Swoll griff. You love to see it.
Outdated language. They're mad at you because you're being racist.
No, that was not a one-legged white woman.
Videos I saw, the first half you had me, I'm not gonna lie, but it was the second half where after you said that, you said this.
A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that.
Buddy, you are like 40 years old. Somebody educated you for real at this big age. You didn't know that the word you specifically chose to talk about a specific group of people. And it was outdated to you. How'd that get in your lexicon? Because that's the only word that we saw in history books about water fountains and bathrooms. It was kind of drilled into our head. So if it's in your lexicon and it's close enough for your mouth to grab, where are you?
So, but I just want to understand this. Like the white boy said, like I said earlier, he just forgot in history class, Black History Month, colored. So did Joey Swoll forget that there's an organization called the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People? Oh, because their national organization, that's okay. Which is why I said earlier he should have studied on it. But he's going to act like colored, he never knew it was a bad word. It's so bad that people don't even say the whole acronym out anymore. They just say the NAACP. I didn't hear any more from the white boy. He looks Spanish, but let me see.
Listen, initially when I made the video, I said that he made a mistake, but now I've been searching on the internet, looking at his past history, and he's just a fucking racist. Bro, I don't, and I cannot forgive it because I don't think that he made a mistake. I think that is just who he is, and he was hiding it because it's a grift. Because he wanted to make money off of people on the internet, and obviously he's losing money because of using the word colored, and he got caught. But if you're using a word like that in 2025, you're just a racist human being. And I don't think he's learning from the mistake. I don't think it's a mistake. I think he's actually who he is. I think he voted for Trump. I think he's one of the Republicans that is inherently racist out there. And I think he's just not even...
I think Charlie Kirk trying to get him on the show. Look at this. The most demasculating video I've ever seen. Really?
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
No.
A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people...
The funny thing is, okay, I don't want to hear nothing this white boy about to talk about. The funny thing is all these assholes running around saying they would never apologize. All right. When your livelihood on the line, you finna apologize. They all be up here tough talking. You pussies be the first one on your knees. I say a lot of outlandish shit on this channel. A lot. Y'all ain't never heard me say I'm sorry.
Joey Swoll here. 4.1 million people have seen your apology video. He's made probably $4,000 from apologizing. What felt like an apology that he didn't mean, right? You think all of the people that have made their one mistake in life...
I'm still trying to understand why he had the black guy at the beginning.
Thousands of dollars off of their one mistake. Feel bad about what you're doing to yourself? You aren't a closeted racist. You are an open racist by using a remark like colored people. That you've had decades to fix that mistake of yours, and then you double down. Nobody should feel bad for you. I've seen you've dropped 200,000 followers. I think that's not enough.
Damn, that's a lot.
Joey, yes, you made a mistake, but people are seeing you for your true color now. And you know what? I'm glad somebody is willing to call you out on it. I'm glad people are willing to call you out on it, because those true colors, they don't fly anymore. You can't be a humanitarian. You can't be somebody that builds somebody.
Bruh, every time them next few videos he puts up and subsequent after that, People are just gonna be putting that in the comment thread. You gonna apologize for this one? Oh Lord.
Reading that caption, you deserve to be muted. Okay, look here. I hate bigots. I gotta give you all the take now. I was not defending Joey Swoll, but I was saying there are some people acting like he had some sort of racist outburst when that wasn't what happened. I'm gonna tell you right now, me as a black person, the only thing I knew Hulk Hogan did is vaguely I knew at some point he said the N-word, and like behind the scenes in wrestling, he was kind of like,
Nick, oh God. Y'all cannot be this ignorant in 2025. You can't be. You can't be. No, GDS, he didn't delete all of them. His TikTok is still up. Even if he doesn't use it, it still generates money. He's not deleting it. He's just not going to produce content. But back to Torre right here. Torre. It's 2025. When he died, everybody brought everything up. I know you saw it. You didn't read one article? You look like you in your 30s. You don't remember a decade ago when he got kicked out of WWE? They wouldn't even mention that man. Oh, Lord, here we go.
like a dirtbag, which personally was enough for me to not really like him that much. And I said, I feel like as a white person, that should also be enough for you to want to distance yourself from him. My point was, he probably didn't know like the extent of like him like cutting off his daughter, you know, like doing, I don't know, other crazy things. And then he was on live when he was confronted for wearing the shirt. And as someone who streams, when someone comes at you with something like that on live, your instant defense is to get defensive, which he did. And he likely thought colored people and people of color were interchangeable terms.
The man is 40. He's been around. You can't use that excuse.
Which again shows ignorance, not malicious racism. Now, mind you, that doesn't make
You can't be a content creator, be ignorant on the internet. You can't be. Can't be an influencer and be ignorant on the internet.
it excusable. That doesn't make his apology forgivable for anybody. But my point was, I'm seeing a lot of people saying like, oh man, I used to watch Joy Swoll's video, but now he just hates black people. I'm like, he's probably just a white guy who grew up around white people, has only white friends, and just doesn't know about black people for real. Does that make it okay? No, absolutely not. It's like I'm sitting here and I'm seeing like white people be like, oh, he's gonna start being a grifter now. He's gonna start going to the conservative. And it's like, you're no better than him. You're just a little bit whiter. I mean, also I'm seeing people say like, oh, well, he should have done his research. For one, no one's doing their research on a random element of something they just posted before they go live. And also, when's the last
fuck? Oh my God. Sir, he went live to address what happened. You got another one. Play ignorant. What if I told y'all about the American racists? They will say something and within 10 seconds on themselves. He qualifies. He went live to address what he did by posting that video back up. That was the day Hogan died. Again, I asked what I asked earlier. You're going to tell me Joey Swoll did not read one article before he went live? He didn't go on social media and see everybody posting up what Hogan did in his personal life. Beyond just saying the N-word. TMZ, everybody reads goddamn TMZ. They brought it up. They even had links in the article. Come on, we can't do this.
time you've done research about anything you know about Hulk Hogan is just you like knowing it off the top of your head. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was the biggest point of the video. It's like nobody does their own research. So it's crazy when like these people.
And that's a problem, sir. That's why a bunch of people get online and just say anything. And then they get defensive when they get fact checked. Like you just said Joey did. He got defensive. Yeah. I can understand you thinking that, but again, you got a supercomputer in your pocket. You can't be ignorant and create content. You can't.
like held accountable. It's like, oh, they should have done their research. Nobody's doing that, which again still doesn't make the thing okay. But it's like just acting like he was like rubbing his hands together, like, oh yeah, I'm a post Hulk Hogan, and then you know, when they confront me about it on live, I'm gonna make a statement about it that's very clearly like me trying to be respectful a little bit, and then I'm gonna call them colored people. Like he was not trying to like slur black people with that.
Then what the fuck, sir? How does colored people just enter your mind while you're on live? He can't be serious right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad, bro. Like he absolutely should be held accountable for it. But like people acting like he's like
There ain't no but, sir. There ain't no but. Jesus Christ.
And to my newest fan, Aunt Karen, who likes to dress like she's in the Arabic countries because she doesn't respect that fucking flag.
Huh? Okay. This looks like this looks like it's about to go left, and I think we're gonna like it.
Boy, it's given. If I could hang her, I would. I mean, is it not though? It's not a joke, but like, isn't it? Like, it's crazy. No, we were initially just like, he was upset.
Remember the rule, folks. If they don't have facial hair, you can't trust them.
Because of my video that I stitched with him saying the N-word, and all I was like, wow. You know, I was looking through his content, and I was like, oh, isn't your daughter a teacher? That's weird that you're saying the N-word. Your daughter is a teacher. And I'm just like, I hope, gosh forbid, you know, she has any Muslim students. Like, that's all I was saying. And then you blocked me, and then now, like, you okay?
Also, on a side note, you know, since I want to be in those Arabic countries, the food do slap. I don't know if you've ever had any Mediterranean. If you ever come to Dearborn, get some of the food. Don't come, but if you ever do.
No, that is not Gothams.
I did not know that Joey Swoll made an apology video already. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not sorry, but you were so confident. Like, you were so confident in that video. You're not sorry. You're sorry you got caught. You're sorry that a lot of brands are going to drop your ass, and you're going to have to scramble. Oh, my God, do I have to go 9 to 5 again? Do I have to actually start training again? What do I got to do? I'm going to lose my house.
Well, here's the problem, Madam G. He's already a brand, like he said. They know his face is not. He can't blend in no more. Maybe he's gonna be the replacement for MAGA Hulk. Remember why I told y'all last year that they didn't like MAGA Hulk no more? Maybe he'll be their replacement.
Because you know exactly the power of social media. You lean into power of social media day in and day out. Your life is funded by social media and all of the followers and fans you had, I might add, okay? So your apology is a crock of shit. You said it with your full chest. You should ask the colored athletes. And that right there then go off in your head like, oh shit. Pause. My God, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to say something. Nope. You were so confident. You kept going with your video like, listen. All of these big-ass celebrities who fumble and do this kind of dumb shit, pure racism, come back and say, I'm so sorry, but you know how much good I've done. Please forgive me. I don't give a fuck how much good you've done. Just like Hulk Hogan, how much good he's done. When you make stupid shit like this happen, you get some repercussions. It does just get to just slide off your back.
I'm still trying to understand. I think the thing's screwing up again.
Joey Swoll getting canceled.
I love when TikTok does this. Like I want to play a video and then it just plays a secondary video that I didn't click. Huh?
Ask his girlfriend or someone from a biracial family. You're not biracial, are you? You just got some black people in your family that you felt like embarrassing by getting on the internet.
Wait, his girlfriend came outside? Oh, Lord. This should be good. So this is his girlfriend. Okay. I wonder if she deleted the apology. Oh, it's probably somebody. Oh, she said it was a comment. All right.
Ask his girlfriend or someone from a biracial family. You're not biracial, are you? You just got some black people in your family that you felt like embarrassing by getting on the internet and defending your boyfriend who stood up for a racist. Now they had to call and he's got you coming in as the ambassador of biracialness when you're probably not even biracial yourself. Like, you could have just let him take this L. Now you taking an L. You jumped on the L train with him. You could have just been quiet. This actually is fundamentally what's wrong with both of y'all, because he could have been quiet about Hulk Hogan to start out, and then you wouldn't be in this mess. And now here you come being loud on something you don't need to be loud on. When you biracial or from a biracial family and you sticking up for white nonsense, that's the white part. So we don't need you to weigh in. We don't need your biracial ambassadorship to kick in. However you're claiming it, because like I said, I don't think you are biracial. But we don't need it, because that's the white part. Because all y'all had to do is be quiet, that's it.
All right, she was talking. Where's that black woman? Who played that? Oh, that's the other one she did? Shout out to you. Oh, Lord. Joey Swoll, I accept your apology.
I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at gym etiquette. Do better.
Hold on, what did Joe do?
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me when I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon.
My head hurts. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he's talking about. I ain't know Sami Zayn said something. Shout out to Sami Zayn. Oh, Lord.
White guilt is killing white people. This is a message to Joey Swoll, a fitness influencer here on TikTok. In recent days, he made a video apologizing for a Hulk Hogan costume he wore during Halloween. I am tired of seeing white people apologize and walk on eggshells just to not offend black people. The same people that want you to apologize for liking Hulk Hogan are the same people that say even more racist shit than Hulk Hogan ever said. Black people say the most racist shit about white people on a daily basis and never have to...
No, we don't. You can tell this person, and again, I talked to him on TikTok on the back channel. You can tell this person doesn't hang around black people. No, we don't. You would be surprised how little we talk about white people. I know social media got y'all confused. We can literally go viral for having a debate on who was the best member of Destiny's Child. We can literally go viral for putting up a line dance video. It has nothing to do with white people. White people's accounts don't hit on shit unless they mention us. I've already proven that on X. Y'all know how many lives I've done and we didn't even mention white people and I got 5 digits on it? Just talking about politics, just talking about stuff that we can do to make ourselves better. You folk gotta come outside and denigrate black people for people to see your stuff.
Have to come out and apologize for what they said. But you've got to come out and apologize for liking something that you find to be an icon, an American icon.
That's not why he apologized. Jesus Christ. That's not why they canceled him, sir. Come on.
Hulk Hogan. The same people that wanted you to apologize are still going to hate you at the end of the day for being white and enjoying things that white.
No. Not because he's white. Jesus. I just played how many apology videos? Nobody brought that up. Nobody brought up his skin color. We brought up the fact that he was a shitty person at the time. With Joey Swoll, we brought up the fact that he's a shitty person. Conservatives made it about race, which is high hypocrisy because they're the same ones that say content of character. They made it about race. Just like with that Sydney Sweeney thing. We didn't give a fuck. They talking about the liberals are upset, which we know is code word for us, which, again, we didn't care. They were talking about, oh, it's white people. Somebody made a fake Beyonce Levi's ad in the same vein as hers, and they went straight to race.
People enjoy. These fucking wine moms and these black people that aren't offended by our culture and the problems we bring in our community want you to apologize so they can feel empowered and enable their bullshit.
It
These
wasn't
people
even
feed off
us,
seeing a white man.
sir. First off, it wasn't even us that said he needed to apologize. That was white people that went for him and told him he did wrong. Do I have to do it again, sir? Most of these videos are all white people. These are white people calling them out. His folk calling him out, not us. We just grifted off the content. Again, since y'all didn't want to hear it, we don't care that Hogan passed away. We don't. What is this?
No, we absolutely do not.
I'm not surprised that Joey Swoll is finally getting his comeuppance, but I'm a little disappointed in the community for taking this long to actually.
I want this video. This is the video I want. Damn, this is why I hate TikTok sometimes. I wanted that video where you talking about racism. I want to hear that. Look, y'all want to accept his apology? All right, black woman, go ahead. All right. I don't care that you accept his apology. I don't care. It's this shit that's pissing me off.
I'll tell you a story, man, about my mom. I know we love stories, but I love stories. This is my story about racism and about race and why I love my mom so much. I was playing baseball. This gets me sometimes. I was playing baseball when I was maybe 12, 13, right? And I'm playing on a traveling baseball team right at an all-star game at this, it's called Horner Park in Chicago. It's the worst field in the city. It is beat up, broken down. It is horrible. But the best teams go to this tournament because it is the best tournament with the best teams. It's been there. It's a tradition. And we go, and we're a primarily white team, and we're playing Horner Park, which is primarily Latino.
Did you have to mention that?
And black. So there's some jawing between the parents. My mom never sat with the parents. She's a very pale-skinned Irish woman. So she's sitting down the left line under a tree in the shade. And I always knew who she was. She was always the loudest supporter and loudest. She would cheer so loud for me, man. To this day. I play center field. Ball gets hit in the gap. Black kid's up to bat. Ball's hitting the gap. He's rounded second base. There's a hole in the field because the fields aren't kept. These are terrible fields. he snaps and breaks his ankle. I throw the ball into my cousin Dominic. This kid screams the loudest. Everything stops. The whole place stops. Silent. And all you hear is this kid screaming. Not one parent, black or white, went out there to help that kid. All of a sudden, from left field, coming down into the infield, is this little red-headed Irish woman. Runs out there, helps the kid up, carries him off the field. And she's had him on the sideline, got him a snow cone, some ice, called an ambulance for him. You had all these parents that are yelling, jawing at each other, race, hate. But when it came down to it, to help somebody, nobody did a thing but my mom. And she went out there, and she helped them. And to me...
Thank you for explaining that, Joey. You just explained exactly why people had a problem with Hogan. Thank you. You literally just explained it. You were upset that everybody was being hateful instead of being human. And you understand why a lot of people had a problem with your Hogan tribute and the fact you went on live and said what you said. And on that note, we're going to get up out of here. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. I'll see you when I see you. Y'all take care, stay safe. Remember, it's Wednesday. You have a few more hours. Go out and hump something.